Hey guys, it's Drea. So tonight I am doing my, what the heck did I call this? I don't remember. Pan that palette? Pan those eyeshadows? Pan those eyeshadows. If you watched my previous video, which was my haul, I kind of talked about how it's right after work. I've been back to work for 2 weeks. I'm very tired and my store just opened yesterday and it's a big thing. So, you know, and there's Animal Crossing playing in the background, so you'll hear that. But this is the only time I can do it, and I love filming videos for you guys, so I don't want to not do that. Alright, so this is my Pan Those Eyeshadows update. Couple things. First of all, I anticipate this will be a short video. I don't think that there's a lot to talk about when it comes to 5 palettes that you're just trying to pan. So I don't usually do eyeshadow panning stuff. I usually do rolling project panning stuff, and those can get long, but this is my first update in this series. I will link to the intro if you're interested. In the intro, I had 6 palettes. I had only intended on putting 5 in this, and I accidentally put 6. So I talked about how if I found that one of them wasn't getting used, I would take it out in this video. And I have decided to do that. So I am removing from this project the Huda Beauty New Nudes. When I did the intro, I picked one random shade, so I used a generator, I picked a random shade, and then I personally picked another shade in each palette. So the whole purpose of this, it's a project I made up. It's not following any kind of formula that anyone else is doing. I don't know if anybody is doing it this way, whatever. The point is, I have kind of discovered that picking them randomly doesn't really work for me, because if the point is hitting pan, then I should be picking shades that I know I will more easily hit pan on. So that being said, if I was going to use this palette to pan, I would probably pick this shade right here or this shade right here. But for some reason, this was the random one that I picked, and then I decided, oh, wouldn't it be good to do a metallic shade from the lid? Maybe, but I'm not going to hit pan on either one of those shades. So I did use them. I think I actually used Cakey probably like 4 times, and I think I used Daydream maybe like 2 or 3, so not too many. And why don't I just swatch everything as we go along? This I need to get rid of because that was from my haul video, but there they are right there. There's nothing wrong with this palette, and you know what, maybe I'll bring it back in later with other shades, like even this one here or that one here. I could see myself hitting pan on, or that one Secret, easier than those two. So, you know, the mattes are always so much easier to hit pan on, but since I have 5 and for 1 month 6 palettes, I just found that it was so difficult trying to hit pan on anything. Okay, and along those lines, I've decided that instead of doing this monthly, I'm only going to give you an update when I meet my goal on 1 palette. So the whole point of this was, for the 2 shades in each palette, I have to hit pan on 1 of them. I don't have to hit pan on 2, but I have to hit pan on 1 before it comes out. If the other one gets pan, bonus. If not, at least I'm using it, right? So I don't want to bring you an update every month if there's no pan. Like, nobody wants to see that. Do you want to see that? I don't want to see that. So I'm only going to do updates now if I actually hit pan and I'm rotating a palette out, because that's just a little bit more exciting. So I put these in order kind of how often I found myself using them. And the one that I hit pan on first was this one, which is no surprise because this was in my project, like rolling project pan before that, so I had already been working on these, so I had a head start. So the 2 shades in here that I was working on were Figgy Pudding and what's this called? Powdered Sugar. So just yesterday I hit pan on both of them. Actually, I think I hit pan on this one yesterday and this one today, but wait, no. This one, I'm pointing at the wrong side. This one yesterday and this one today. Not that it matters to you, but the nice thing is there is pan on both of them. So now that I've hit pan on this, I'm so happy. I do really love this palette. It's fantastic. This is the original Gingerbread, and I've used it quite a bit in the last 6 months, and I really have enjoyed it a ton. But now this one has kind of had its turn, and I'm going to put it away for a while. And I'll show you at the very end the one that I'm bringing in. The next palette that I find myself reaching for the most out of all of these is the Yes Please palette from Colourpop. And these are the two shades here. So this is GNO and this is Mischief. As you can see, I don't have pan on either one of them. I do feel like the yellow shade Mischief, you can kind of see the usage though. You can see that there's a dip starting in it. I wouldn't say that it's anywhere near hitting pan on it, but there's a dip starting. And even with this orangey shade GNO, I have found myself definitely using it more. So there's Mischief and there's GNO. But I can find myself incorporating Mischief into many more looks than GNO. And I am using these together. I'm sometimes using one of the palettes by itself, but I've found myself like using all 5 of them in one look. Or if I'm using another palette that's not even in this project, trying to maybe grab my transition out of one of these or like my inner corner highlight or something. So I'm trying to use them, at least one of them, if not multiples, in every look that I do. The next one is the Violet Voss Coral Crush palette. This is one where, again, like I feel like, oh shoot, my sticker left for one of these and I can't remember because I haven't used this one in like a week. I'm pretty sure it's Peachy. This is so bad that I don't even know. It's this one. Shore is the one that was picked randomly and I would never ever have picked this one. However, I've used this one a bunch of times as a highlighter and it's worked out fine. So there's Peachy and there's Shore. Shore is a duochrome shifting kind of red yellow, and it's the kind of thing where you can layer it as a highlighter. You can kind of wear it on its own depending on your skin tone. On me it works fine on its own, but I do like to use it kind of as a layering thing. The next one is the Anastasia Sultry palette. The 2 shades in here that I'm using are Bloom and Cyborg. So you can see the usage there is not very much. Now Bloom I have definitely used more than Cyborg, but I've used Cyborg a couple times so far. And Bloom is the kind of shade that I can use, even though it seems really deep here, I can use that as a transition shade with a lot of looks, or maybe not a transition, more of a crease shade. I can use that as a crease shade with many looks that I do. So now that I have hit pan on the Gingerbread palette, I feel like going forward, the ones that I'll probably focus the most on are Yes Please and specifically the Bloom shade in this palette. I feel like I can hit pan faster on those than any of these other ones. The next and last one is the Jaclyn Hill palette. So this is the original Jaclyn Hill palette, and the 2 shades in here, this is gonna be hard because they're on the back. 2, 3. Okay, Jax is this one, and then Beam is this one. Now, if you look at Beam, you can kind of see that Beam does have a little bit of use. You can see the use on it, and I've been using this as an inner corner highlight. Also, I totally forgot to say, and this is so important, the 2 weeks leading up to my store opening, I wasn't wearing makeup at all because all I was doing was moving heavy stuff around, unpacking stock boxes, fulfilling online orders, and rushing around. Like all we were doing was wearing leggings and sweatpants and not wearing makeup. So for 2 solid weeks, I wasn't wearing any makeup except for like concealer and mascara and eyebrows. Like that was literally my routine for 2 weeks, was just concealer, eyebrows, and mascara. That's all I did. So I really didn't have usage on any of these for 2 solid weeks. See the shade Beam? It really is gorgeous. I have gotten a very strong appreciation for this shade. It's nice all over the lid, but as an inner corner highlight, it really does pop intensely, and I really have enjoyed it a lot. So I'm glad that I pulled this in. I haven't been using any other shades in here though. Like literally, I feel like the intention of this project was to start reaching for some of these and using them to like just as one and creating looks, and I haven't been doing that. I've just been feeling pressure to use the ones that are in the project. So that's kind of also the reason why I want to move on to, instead of, did you hear that? Instead of doing a monthly update where I really feel the pressure to show you progress, if I only do an update when I hit pan, then I feel like I'm going to use these palettes more organically. They're now the 4 palettes remaining, and we're going to add a 5th one in. This is going to be in my favorites, which I haven't filmed yet, but all my favorites are sitting over there, and I really intend on doing it very soon. I pulled this out this month in my shopping stash, and when I used it for the first time, I just couldn't believe how easy and wonderful it was to use again. And this is the Colourpop It's My Pleasure palette, and you know I love purple, so it's kind of surprising I didn't have any purple at all in this project until now. I didn't pick these shades randomly. I just kind of looked at it and went, okay, what am I going to use? Like, what do I gravitate towards that I could see myself hitting pan on or using most often? This one for sure. This is the shade Kittenfish. And this is just something that I will definitely use as a transition or a crease shade constantly. This shade here, which is called Earthshine, the middle shade, I don't necessarily think I'm going to hit pan on it, but it is one of the metallic shades that I reach for the most when I'm using this palette as like a lid shade. So there they are there. So that's Kittenfish and Earthshine. So I'm really excited to put this in this project. I have a feeling that I probably won't do an update on this for maybe 2 months, because not only do I want to show you progress, but I want to use other stuff too. And I feel like I haven't in the last month been using anything but these, and it's kind of been wearing on me a little bit. So that's it for my update. I hope that you found this somewhat informative or fun or something. And if you didn't, at least you got to hear Animal Crossing in the background. Okay, that's it for tonight. I hope you're having a great day. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!